Kirkland was sentenced to die 7 years ago after he admitted to killing 2 women and 2 teenage girls. But a series of legal gaffes have kept him alive.
The latest came today, and now the cost of deciding for a second time whether the serial killer should be executed is rising. Local 12's Angela Ingram is outside the Hamilton County Courthouse with that part of the story for us. Angela?
Well, Cammie, there are recordings of Kirkland on the phone with an attorney from the Ohio Public Defender's Office. And today here in court, his attorneys say those phone calls undermine their ability to represent their client. Now, 2 new attorneys have to be appointed and get caught up to speed on this case. Lawyers for Anthony Kirkland will no longer represent him. They asked the judge to get off of the case after finding out that Kirkland had been talking with Ohio Public Defender Rachel Troutman. The recorded jail conversations allegedly show her trying to get Kirkland's lawyer Norm Aubin off of the case, speaking poorly about their work and calling them expletives.
But it's undermining our representation where Mr. Kirkland is not looking to us to handle his case.
Legal expert Hal Ehrenstein says it's not uncommon for clients to call another lawyer, but either Troutman or Kirkland should have told Kirkland's attorneys.
Because ultimately, it's the client's call as to who he or she wants to represent them, all right? But at the same time, you can't have this covert sneakiness going around, because what it has done now is it's forced 2 lawyers to get off the case.
Now it may be months before a new jury decides whether Kirkland will get the death penalty, and there's a cost to taxpayers associated with the holdup.
Number one, all the jurors who were brought in this morning for determination as to whether or not they could hear the case, but more importantly, you're going to have to appoint 2 new lawyers to begin this process. And I don't know at this point in time, there aren't a lot of lawyers in Hamilton County who are death qualified.
Prosecutor Joe Dieter says Kirkland's new penalty phase has already racked up a $250,000 bill. Dieters also says his office is exploring all options when it comes to Troutman's actions.
I don't want to speak ill of somebody I don't know. She may have perfectly valid reasons for what she did, but when you look at it from what we've at least been told, it looks very suspect.
And Joe Dieters is weighing all of his options, including whether Troutman's behavior rises to the level of a criminal action. He did mention the possibility of obstruction of justice, and today the judge did say he would likely report her behavior to the Ohio Bar Association to see if there have been any ethical violations. Reporting live tonight from the Hamilton County Courthouse, Angela Ingram, Local 12 News. Cammie, back to you.
All right, Angela, thank you. Kirkland apparently initiated those calls. The director of the Ohio Public Defender's Office says Kirkland called complaining about not being able to reach his lawyers.